Everybody, I'm back, and on a positive note, he's back over here thermal regulating. He's on his cold side now. So I do know he's feeling better, even though he has some weight loss and his tail's going a little limp. It's alright, you're going to get through it. Just kind of curious what's going on, aren't you? Doing what I'm doing here, this is just for pet purposes. Like I said, these aren't breeders, not for resale. I'm not taking on any more really at all. I got enough. That was the idea behind it when I first started getting the animals. I never had a plan to breed or sell or anything like that. So with that being my case, that's why it was more feasible for me to do this and to put videos out there for people that want to take a shot at if you have a virus of any kind or some kind of snake illness, and you don't want to lose your pet. And this is probably about the best thing, the furthest you're going to get, I would say. He is responding well. It is expected to see him decline a little bit before he gets better. I witnessed that in the others. So that is, going to happen, unfortunately. It may even get ugly at times. I don't know. Just we're going to have to see how far it goes. You're not going to find up any write-ups on the internet about treating snake viruses. It's unknown treatments. This is all concept and highly experimental. But, they have receptors just like humans. And viruses attack them in very similar ways. And there's a lot of testing that gets done on animals before people. So I just did the vice versa. That's all I did. I had no guidance, no help, no advice. You may go and ask an exotic vet. They'll probably laugh at you out the door. Maybe ram my name into the dirt. You really need to stay on top of these guys if you're going to attempt this. You just can't put them in a tank and give them a treated rat once in a while with a bowl of water and think that they're going to survive. It's a bit more complicated than that. And it's a daunting task, I'll tell you that. And it can be very stressful. You have to make sure that their temperatures are perfect, flat across the board. You got to stay on top of the humidities around 80% because of dehydration issues. You have to take them out and soak them. And if they're not looking good, you have to soak them again. You have to keep lookouts to make sure that they're not looking like a piece of leather. That could tell you, there's a lot of issues that are still going on. You may need to soak them again. Definitely don't want them to dry out on you. That's going to kill him. And I did the honey method for his respiratory issues because that will kill him quick too. You can't mess with viral respiratory infections. A respiratory infection from, say, a snake just getting a little too cold or his humidity's off was a lot different than a respiratory viral infection. You're going to give this animal antibiotics for viral respiratory tract infection, and those antibiotics may provide a little relief. It may even seem like it did cure it, but no, it didn't. These viruses like Adenovirus, Adenovirus, or whatever you want to call that other virus out there, they do the same thing. They're all antibiotic resistant because they're viruses. It's bacteria caused by a virus. So the bacteria is just going to take over at once the antibiotics, and they'll just no longer become effective, and they'll just wind up dying on you. That's why I had to come up with those antiviral measures as pure concept and experiment. That's really the only thing I can say about it. Like I said, you have to give these guys high quality care. You just can't ignore them, leave them in a tank, and feed them a rat once in a while, and give them a bowl of water and think it's going to turn out. Constantly have to monitor them, make sure they're doing good. Monitoring his habits, making sure, how he's acting, how he's crawling around, how long he's on this hot spot, how long he's over here. And now that he's on this cool spot, even though he just ate, it's good signs that, because it's really good signs. He knows when he needs heat, and he knows when he needs to cool down, and he knows a lot on how to take care of himself. I just have to provide them the essentials to do so. Real friendly guy too. You know, really is. Real pretty snake too. I thought he was definitely worth saving. Right? But that's just a recap. I mean, he's sitting there watching. His eyes will clear up eventually. The other's eyes are really nice, bright and sparkly. His eyes were always has been dull. Black. His eyes are really black, and you can barely see his pupil in there. And the others are the same way. I'm expecting in time his eyes will be crystal clear again. You know, and when you handle these guys, make sure you hand sanitize every time. You know, even if you have a collection. It makes me cringe to watch people buying a boa, buying a python. They just have, you know, and they're just going in and out of their bins, no hand sanitizing or anything. If it has adenovirus, whatever you want to call it, arenavirus, or any other type of boogeyman snake virus, you could just be spreading that crap all over the place and not even realizing it. And then when you have a problem, then left and right, they just start dropping like flies on you. You don't want that. Especially when you're buying a boa and a python from people that you think that are established in this industry, and you like them and respect them, and they have a name for themselves out there. So you buy a boa off of them, and you buy a boa from this guy, and you buy a boa from that guy. Handling bearded dragons, I mean, it just come to my attention that you can handle a bearded dragon and then handle your snake, and then adenovirus, whatever you want to call it, you can transfer it right over to your snake, and it seems that virus is a lot more contagious than arenavirus. And this adenovirus, whatever you want to call it, is recoverable though in these animals, even though it's the exact same symptoms as the arenavirus, oddly enough. Stargazing, circling, tying themselves up into knots, you know, odd behavior, neurological signs, partial paralysis, you know, regurgitation, issues with the nervous system. I mean, you would not be able to tell the difference without a blood test, and I'm not sure how great these blood tests are now. You know, can they really distinguish the difference between arenavirus and adenovirus in a snake? I mean, can they? I don't know. I would assume so, but that video I posted with this animal's test results, you know, adenovirus option wasn't even on the sheet. There was 3 snake viruses on there, and that was it. And adenovirus wasn't one of them. So obviously, what, they didn't even test for it, or they're not capable of testing for it? I don't know, but it wasn't on there. So it's very questionable at this point. But you know, he's doing really well. You know, he's in good shape for the shape that he's in, put it that way. Said I'm not expecting him to drop any more weight. More soakings will be coming up, more feedings. And, you know, just going to pay a lot more attention to him, make sure he's doing good. About the recap for this one, for the week. You guys have a good day.